All right, so here we are on this wonderful Tuesday night in the Tiny Home Clinic, and I love it. Everyone's already kind of sitting back in their seat, and we are going to call this the day in a life of our tiny home. Just take a big deep breath in, arrive in your seat. Another deep breath in, releasing that out slowly. One more breath in on the count of 4 in. Hold it at the top and releasing your breath out. And there we are, waking up in our tiny home. We're waking up, and on this day, it's the day of the week that you find is most relaxing. It's probably a day that there's just not much work. For most of us, it's sometime on the weekend, but it may be something different. Whatever day that is for you, there you are, waking up in your tiny home, completely built with all the features and appliances and paint choices that you've just spent all this time. And from your bed, you're going to get up and go into the kitchen or maybe the bathroom, whatever you do to get yourself ready for the day, taking yourself on that path. There you are. You've had this amazing breakfast just appear because this is a visualization. There's no work involved. The most amazing meal that you've just sat down to in your tiny home to start the day. Because in this tiny home and in this visualization, you have your own personal chef. So whatever you want, they're providing it to you, and you don't even see them. There's no one else in your tiny home, but food just magically arrives. And how you're feeling eating that food, where you're eating it in the home. If you're feeling a sensation about where you're eating, or maybe you're seeing a visual of it in your tiny home, everything is correct. It might just be a sensation or a color, or you might actually get the full visual. Whatever it may be, now you're making your way. Maybe you've got some friends to meet for the day. These are some of the most amazing people that make you feel so good. And you're going to go out the door and meet with them. It could be a deck or somewhere outside your tiny home. They're coming over to your home to do something engaging. You could be leaving from the home to take a walk, or just sitting there and hanging outside and talking. Or you can even come back inside with your friends. Maybe it's your family, whoever just brings you the most joy and connection with. Before you go back in, maybe you're out inside, you're going to go back out and just take a nice walk around the tiny home. They may not have ever seen your home, and they're really excited to support you with your home, and you're giving them the outside tour and just noticing what you're seeing or feeling, connecting to, how proud you are for making the changes and the choices all along this journey. And you find yourself saying goodbye to them. They've been there for a few hours. Now it's starting to get to that dusk part of day, maybe not quite bed unless you're an early to bed. And now we've kind of missed lunch. We had snacks on the porch or inside with our friends, but now it's dinner time, and a magical meal appears. It's your favorite dinner you could possibly eat. It could be 1 course, 3 courses, 5 courses, whatever it may be, you get to choose. And you're sitting there. It could be in a different area than you were in the morning. You could still have other people in your home with you. Whatever it may be, there you are eating that meal, loving every bite. And then whatever you do in the evening to relax, connect, you might drink something, you might play a game, watch TV, be on the computer, whatever it is that really brings you a lot of joy. And as you wrap that activity up, start making your way into that bed again. Noticing going back through the morning and getting up and having that amazing breakfast, going outside, visiting with your friends, or inside, the awesome dinner that you had, the tour you gave your friends. And now, in that last moment, you fall asleep for the next day to awake. And your last thought as you fall asleep is how grateful you are to have gone through everything you've gone for to get your dream tiny home. And now we start coming back into the room, moving our shoulders or our neck, wiggling our toes and our fingers, stretching our arms overhead if that's what you're feeling. Any kind of body movement that brings us back into the Zoom room. Anyone have a word that you may feel from that journey? You could still be in that space, calm, connected. Any word that just bubbles up and wants to be shared. And I welcome you all back here, opening your eyes. Coming back to these wonderful, supportive, tiny home friends and community that we've begun to know over these weeks, all supporting each other on our journeys to going tiny, and know that it's going to happen. With all this time and energy we put into our tiny home dream, it's got to happen. Mm-hmm. In whatever way it needs to. How about you, Sharon? Anything you got from that journey?
I felt relief that the house was done.
Did you have more of a visual or a sensation? What was
visual, and also it felt warm and sunny. Just really, really sunny and warm. Comforting.
Nice. How about you, Stacy? And then we'll have you, Allie.
When you said what word, what came to me was calm, and then you said calm. So yeah, right there.
Calm is good.
Just calm, and it's all good. You know, it's all good.
Yes. How about you, Allie?
Serenity is my word.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being here on this Tiny Home Clinic and sharing where everyone's at on the journey. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon, right?
It's
sometimes a roller coaster.
Lindsay?
Yes.
Oh. I did want to say